Good morning, y'all, and welcome to another video. We start another one from Edutainment Studios. Today is supposed to be the reopening of King's Dominion, as well as their new area, Jungle X-pedition, and their new ride, Tumbili. But we woke up to some craziness outside, but I haven't heard anything from King's Dominion. Let's take a look at what's going on. As you can see, it's kind of snowing sideways in March. But King's Dominion has not sent out any notifications that they've closed, even though I don't think with this type of weather they're going to be able to run Tumbili. But as long as they haven't canceled, we won't cancel either. So we'll start heading over to the park now and see what happens. Hopefully this all clears up. All right, we're getting in the car, but this is not looking good. As you can see, the windshield is covered in snow. All right, let's give it a try. And we've made it, y'all. Less than a perfectly ideal day for this, but let's have some fun in the park. I swear, just like a few days ago, it was in the 70s out here, and now I got earmuffs, a sweater, and as you can see, it's still kind of snowing. The parking lot's empty. We're here early for the reopening of King's Dominion, as well as the grand opening of Tumbili. Not sure if Tumbili is going to be able to run, but at least we'll be able to go check out the area for Jungle X-pedition. I can see Tumbili out there in the distance. It looks pretty cool. It's a nice, like, new setup for the coaster skyline. Let's get inside the park and have some fun. Now we are here a little bit early, and as you can see, this is the preview check-in for media members and whatnot. We get an hour early access. I got here a little bit late, so we got like 40 minutes to go for the early access. Just got to check in real quick. It feels good to be back inside of King's Dominion, guys. All right, we're gonna start making our way towards Tumbili. And check it out, the beautiful fountain is back. Last time we were here was for their Winterfest, and this was all an ice skating rink. Oh man, just soaking it all in. And on the way they have this little A sign, first to flip. We will be first to flip indeed. All right, we are making our way back, and it feels so good to be back at King's Dominion, honestly. And it's nice and empty, so I can soak it in all by myself. But we're making our way back to Jungle X-pedition. We have our little like media badge that has a nice little map on how to get there. I'm well familiar with the park and where this was being put up, but it's a cool little touch, and we will be hashtag first to flip, hopefully, if the ride is running in this snow and cold. And check it out, the Mushroom Band is doing their thing. This is like the only time or second time in my life that I've actually seen them play. Bam, and for the first time ever, we're making our way into Jungle X-pedition. Looks like some of the workers are still driving through. They're preparing for general admission crowd. But this whole entire area has now been rethemed. No more Outer Hanks. Explorers Supplies, new store. We will be checking this all out. Well, looks like they have some posters over here as well for some of the expeditions. And here's a closer look at the posters. As you can see, some of these posters are detailing the retheming of some of the rides. So Reptilian is the retheming of Avalanche. I forget Arachnidia. And of course, Tumbili, their new ride. And here's a quick overlook of the full Jungle X-pedition map. Bam. This is awesome. And soon, hopefully, we'll be able to ride Reptilian, as well as their newest ride, Tumbili. Everything looks super cool. I love it. And some more posters here advertising different things when you're visiting over at Jungle X-pedition. You got King's Peak, Dew's Cavern System, and Diamond Falls. Let's make our way over to Tumbili. We'll be back to check more of this out. And here's a closer look, and it looks like it is running, but nobody on it. I know it's super cold outside and windy, so I'm not sure how that's gonna affect us getting on it today, but hopefully I'll be able to give you some feedback on the ride, and listen to the ambient music. Sounds super cool. It's like monkeys and whatnot. All right, so it looks like they're finally letting us in line. The ride's been testing for a little bit. It is cold outside still, but we were able to get some food. They offered us some food, some orange juice, so our bellies are full right before we do a spinny coaster. Doesn't seem like a smart idea, but we're doing it anyway. And we're still waiting to get on the ride, so I wanted to take a look around. We have the rethemed Avalanche in Reptilian, and check it out. You could even see the ride vehicles over here rethemed to look like a crocodile, and then a whole new color on the track. Love myself a good bobsled coaster. I've missed this ride. And another one of their rethemed rides. I was drawing a blank earlier on the name, Arachnidia, but yeah, you know what? I think given the layout of this ride, that's a super cool name. They've done a really good job of just thinking deeply about like the retheming and coming up with very well-fitting names for the area as well as the ride style. This looks like a spider, so I love that name. And it looks like this may be starting. The line has been let towards the front. Let's see if we're tall enough.
To work on the farm as one of the farm hands.
We are in line as the ride is going. Still nobody has jumped on.
But his son's Redwood PA. And he actually used to coach Little League football.
I just saw the first rider go on, but it was on the opposite end of us. And then up front, you can't see them right now, but just over there are the Novaks from Happily Ever Novak. Make sure to go check out their channel. Good friends of the channel here at Edutainment. There we go, their second ride. Alright, so the unfortunate happened, guys. The temperature continues to drop, and unfortunately, they had to close the coaster. So we weren't able to get on. I think they were only able to get like 3 people on. It is a fairly cold day here at King's Dominion and just in Virginia in general. So we'll take a spin around. I want to show you a little bit more of Jungle X-pedition. If we're able to go into some of the stores and see some of the offerings as far as like, you know, merchandise, we'll check that out as well. But now, for sure, 100%, we got to come back to check out Tumbili. All right, so one of their newest food offerings here, Excavator Taters. They have all different types of fries with different types of toppings like poutine and whatnot. We'll take a closer look at the menu shortly, but this is one of their new food additions to the area here in Jungle X-pedition. All right, so an up-close look at the menu options. They got fresh cut fries for $10.99. They got chili cheese taters for $14.99. Bacon cheese taters for $14.99. Poutine loaded pork taters. I think chili cheese taters is going to be my choice. And then across from Tumbili, they have Jungle Market Eatery. This is another eating spot or another restaurant that you could go to, a little bit larger than the Excavator Taters and also with indoor seating. And here you get like your burger options with fries. And then the replacement for the beloved Outer Hanks, the Outpost Cafe. Has not yet opened like the other two, but looks pretty cool. The retheming, you got the Expedition Airways, and then inside, which right now you can't see inside, is where you'll go eat. I haven't seen what the options will be here, but there's a nice spot to eat in the summertime with a nice view of Tumbili. And across from the restrooms as you enter Jungle X-pedition, you have the Explorer's Supplies, which will be the shop for merchandise and whatnot. Again, this one isn't open yet, but I do love the little touches of retheming that they've made. Let's look into the window and see if we can see some of the items they'll be selling here. Oh, very nice. And you could already see some of the Tumbili gear. I think that gray shirt would be one that I would get, or maybe even that blue hoodie. It's like a blue t-shirt hoodie and some hats. I'm sure there'll be much more to see once the store opens, and it looks like they even have hats for Jungle X-pedition themselves. And walking on over just across from the supply store, I noticed this theming over here, as well as this larger map of the Jungle X-pedition area. As far as like rides, you have Tumbili, Arachnidia, I don't know why I struggle to say that one so hard, Reptilian. Then you got the green with the restrooms and welcome center, Explorer Supplies, which is the shop, Flat Rock, which I'm not too sure what Flat Rock is. Oh, it looks like maybe it's some type of food offering or store. And then over here, Jungle Market, Outpost Cafe, and Tin Goose Bar and Excavator Taters. I don't know if you guys can see, but Tumbili behind me, the wind is getting worse, so all the canopies keep on like moving around, and it has started to snow again. Not sure if the camera's capturing that, so the weather is definitely against us. It seems like it's gonna win this vlog. We won't be able to ride Tumbili like we hoped we would. Oh, so cold. But that doesn't mean that we won't be back to check it out. Hopefully tomorrow the weather lets up a little bit and we're able to come back and check out the parks. But for now, with all this snow and cold, I need to get myself into the car and warmed up and back home, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this brief little walkthrough of Jungle X-pedition. The weather kind of limiting, but we will be back to do a more in-depth review of this area, as well as check out the signature ride Tumbili. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for coming along. I'll see you on the next one. But don't forget to ask yourself, have you been entertained?